Hey there, how's it going? I'm just hiking around in the woods here in Jasper National Park, Canada. Check out the nice fall colors. In a pretty spot here in the woods outside of the actual town of Jasper itself, about 3 miles or so. Just gonna hike up this trail over here while I shoot this video. So this is basically a follow-up to a video that I did on crop circles last week. And I had a few more questions that I wanted to put out there, some things to think about. First, I just wanted to go over what I said in that other video. The problem is not that people could not create crop circles. They're spectacular formations, they are incredibly well done, very complex, very intricate. Obviously, we're talking about intelligent life forms of some kind here, creating these amazing images in farmers' fields. We're not talking about hedgehogs or wind or something like that. This is obviously intelligent life creating these things. Now, humans could absolutely make these designs. We've made skyscrapers, satellites, space shuttles, computers. We make amazing things. For people to create a crop circle is absolutely within the realm of possibility. The problem is the context within which they are being created. So I will give the example that I gave in the other video there, which is the Milk Hill crop circle of August 2001. 409 perfect circles in an amazing configuration of spiraling arms that looks kind of like a galaxy with spiraling arms coming out and a massive hole at the center, the largest actual circle of the 409 circles. That circle at the center is 70 feet across. The entire formation is 1,500 feet across, or about 500 meters. So it's massive. And it is absolutely perfect. It looks like a image created by a computer or something. It's just absolutely exquisite. On this little hill, they can be seen from all directions. And it was reported to have been just there one morning. This crop circle was reported on worldwide, visited by thousands of people. It's absolutely real. It absolutely did exist. Now here's the problem. In August, in southern England, where this formation appeared, there was only 4 hours of complete darkness. In order for people to create a circle, or a crop circle, a formation, with 4 hours of darkness, they would have had to lay down one of those 409 circles every 30 seconds. Every 30 seconds. Boom, 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 boom. For 4 hours solid. And that doesn't include any time to actually plan out this amazing formation and get it absolutely right with stunning accuracy. And this thing showed up in the middle of the night with 4 hours of darkness in private property on a farmer's field in a location in which there's roads, there's houses. If anyone was there working during the day, it would have been seen. This formation was much talked about, and there was no reports that anybody was at that site prior to the night that it just spontaneously appeared. And the problem is, we're not talking about one crop formation that's a mystery. We're talking about thousands of them. If groups of people are going around creating these things, Why has nobody ever been caught? Thousands of them being created on private property. So why has there never been a news story of hoaxers getting caught on private property in the middle of the night creating one of these things? You know that would make international news. It would be finally the answer to this incredible mystery that has been out there for decades now, of these things appearing year after year all around the world and no explanation. The media would just absolutely go ballistic with that. You know, farmer catches a dozen people in his field with flashlights and sticks and boards and strings creating a crop circle. Finally, we have our answer. Here we go. That has, you know, as best as I know, never happened. So the next question is, why has there never been a half-made crop circle discovered? I mean, I think that there has been, I remember coming across at least one instance of one in which an outline formed one night, and then the rest of the circle, which was a really amazing one, appeared the following night. I did come across one story about that. But if you're talking about amateur people around the world saying, oh, let's get in on this crop circle thing, let's go give it a try, with how magnificent these things are and how much work they would have to take, you would think that it would be a regular thing, that people would get started and then realize, oh man, we're in over our heads, it's getting light in an hour or two, and finally they would just abandon it and take off. And then you'd have this, you know, half-made crop circle there in a field, and, you know, maybe some tools or something left behind. And so that leads to another question, which is, why is there never any obvious evidence of human activity? No boards left accidentally, strings in the grass. The crop circles are oftentimes made during rainstorms. No, you know, tracks of muddy boot prints and everything. How can thousands of people be getting away with this over and over and over again? Sneaking on a private property and then somehow getting away with creating this perfect structure, formation, never getting caught, never, you know, not finishing their work, never leaving any evidence. So why are there no crappy crop circles? Thousands of crop circles created over the past 30 to 40 years, and basically all of them come out almost perfect. With certainly a few exceptions, a select few exceptions in which you could say, yeah, that one I could imagine somebody, you know, a group of people got away with creating that one. But the vast majority, 90-something% of them, are like this computer-generated image of perfection. If you're talking about groups of amateur people around the world who are coordinating together, sharing information on the internet, someone saying, you know, hey, I want to create a crop circle in my country. I've seen other people doing it, and it'd be cool to see one here. These people have to practice. They're not going to get it exactly right the first go. You think that the vast majority of crop circles would be pretty shabby. You think there would be lots of just little funky ones, that there would be tons of evidence of, well, these are amateurs, you know, messing around, trying to get away with something. And yeah, they're pretty good, but, you know, it's pretty apparent. Stalks of the plants are generally bent as opposed to broken. If you take sticks and boards to a field and create a crop circle, you bend over the plants in such a way that these stalks break, and there's an obvious break there, and those plants aren't going to grow back. Whereas with most of the crop circles, then you're talking about stalks of plants that were somehow bent, as if magically, in such a way that they don't break, and they can then come back to life later. Also, the way that the plants end up laying down in the field does not correspond with how it is done when somebody actually goes out and makes a crop circle. All right, check out this awesome view. So when people have demonstrated how to make a crop circle, then they take a board and they start laying down the grass in a spiral, starting at the center, spiraling out from the center point. Whereas the stalks of the plants that are laid down in most of the crop circles do not look like that. Instead, they oftentimes fan out from the center in such a way that wouldn't be practical at all to create if you're using boards and crushing them down like that. I'm open to all possibilities. Feel free to share your comments and explain to me how this could be some sort of a conspiracy of people and how they would actually be getting away with this. There you go. Thanks for watching. Take care.